It is reported in the Gospels that Jesus prayed to be saved from the cup of crucifixion in Mark, Matthew, and Luke. In Matthew chapter 26, verse 39, it says, "Going a little farther, he threw himself down with his face to the ground and prayed, 'My Father, if possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not what I will, but what you will.'" In this prayer, no less than 3 times did he ask God to be spared from being crucified, but yet as a true submitter to God, he left it in the hands of God by saying, "Not my will, but your will be done." Muslims maintain that God had accepted the request of his beloved Messiah, as it is attributed to Jesus in John chapter 11 that God always accepts his prayers. Also, another passage in the New Testament confirms that Jesus' prayer was accepted by God, and pleadings with a loud cry and tears to the one who could rescue him from death, and God heard his prayers because of his deep reverence for God. Raymond Brown, in his monumental book entitled Death of the Messiah, on page 228, mentions that Hebrews 5:7 was an early Christian hymn with its wording clearly based on Psalms 116. Amazingly, when one goes to Psalms 116, one realizes that it is about someone who praises God for answering his prayers and delivering him from a close encounter with death. Psalms 116. "I love the Lord because he heard my plea for mercy and listened to me. As long as I live, I will call to him when I need help. The ropes of death tightened around me." Verse 6. "I was in serious trouble and he delivered me." Yeshua is in the Hebrew. Verse 13 has the name Yeshua in it. Any Jewish Christian who followed Jesus would see clear-cut allusions to the name of the Messiah in the text. Verse 16, "Yes, Lord, I am indeed your servant. I am your lowest slave. You save me from death." Hebrews chapter 5 verse number 7 is clear. That's why Bar Ehrman in his book Orthodox Corruption of Scripture mentions that scholars such as Alphonse von Harnack, they added the word "not" into the text, that his prayer was not heard. And Rudolf Bultmann, one of the greatest Christian commentators of modern times, he died actually a few decades back, he agreed with this emendation because they know what Hebrews 5:7 actually means. The plain reading of the text is Jesus' prayers were answered. Now if that contradicts the rest of the Hebrews, well, that's nothing new. Nearly every book of the Bible contradicts itself.